Hey everyone, it's T with Lovely Impact, and I am so excited because I'm about to show you guys how to use ChatGPT, an AI chatbot, to create a coaching welcome packet in minutes. So excited about this. So, before we move into that, I just want to let you guys know that on October 3rd, we'll be doing demos like this from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in our live workshop, the AI Empowered Coach. And so we will be diving into demos like this, details and prompts, and taking you through the day in a life of a coach and how you can use AI to be way more productive and to grow your coaching business. And so you can have more time to coach, right? So let's dive right into this demo though, because I'm so excited to show you guys how cool and amazing AI can be for your coaching practice. So, in order for us to do this for this workshop, what I would love to do is to set up a fictional coach. That way, we can use her to do all the AI demos so it could feel really realistic and you kind of get an idea of what it's like as a coach to use this. So, our fictional coach today is going to be Marianne, and she's a life and career coach, and we'll be using her to do the AI demo and to create her welcome package for her coaching clients who have already paid and they've signed the contracts and they're just ready to start. All right. The very first step, and I cannot emphasize this enough, the very first step when you're using AI as a coach is to set the mood, set the tone, and let ChatGPT know exactly who you are and what you'll be doing. So, I have a really nice AI prompt here. And also, you can find this in our AI prompt playbook for coaches. Everyone that joins us in the workshop on October 3rd will get this playbook, which have all these prompts in it plus more. So this prompt is it just says hello to the chatbot and it lets them know what you're planning on doing. And it also just sets the mood and let them know exactly who you are and what you do. This is really important. Think of ChatGPT as almost like a stranger that has no idea of who you are and what you're doing. Let's say you just hired an assistant and it's their first day. So you want to think of it that way and you want to make sure that you give it the full background of who you are. And this is how you get really good AI outputs. I see so many people with that very robotic AI content that comes out. It sounds nothing like them, and I can tell it's AI instantly. But when you start to do this process this way, it's amazing because the content that comes out is way better than what you typically see when people use AI. So I'm teaching you guys all the tricks and tips so that you can really use AI to your advantage. So let's go ahead and skedaddle over to ChatGPT and put this prompt in and see what happens. Okay, so I put the prompt in and this is how it ended up sounding. Hey Chat, I need some help writing content for my coaching business. But before we begin, could you review this and let me know that you understand? Very important. Let me know that you understand. You want the AI to regurgitate, rephrase, and give you a summary of what you're asking it to do. Just make sure that you're on the same page. And then it says, I'm Marianne, a life and career coach. I work with mid career professionals, helping them achieve life and career transformations. My coaching style is empowering and supportive, and I communicate with clients in a warm, approachable, and professional way. I often say inspiring and motivational things like, you have the answers within. And so when creating content for me, please use this voice and tone. So we let the AI know exactly what we wanted, and it let us know, got it, Marianne, understand your style and tone. Let's move forward. How can I assist you? So now we know it understands, and we've kind of shared what we wanted to let it know as well. Okay. So let's move on now because now you got to tell it what to do. And before you do that, you need to pause. This is where people get confused. You want to go ahead and organize the task. So, a lot of people who are A type and super organized, this is how I used to use AI. I would come up with these detailed situations and these detailed like tasks and tell it what I wanted from my head. However, when you're first using AI, there's a better way to do it. Let AI do all of that research and deep work, and then you can look at it, not staring at a blank page now, and actually tell it what you want to keep and what you want to remove. So this prompt lets the AI get the task organized for you, and it also pulls from all of its knowledge. You have to remember that AI has a wealth of knowledge it has access to, not only the billions of users that are using it and the knowledge that it's learning from, but also it has access to the internet up to a certain point, and it knows the best practices for your industry. Let it tap into all that knowledge and give it to you, and you can edit and tweak from there. So here's a prompt that gets the AI to do exactly that, right? Let's head over to ChatGPT and see what this prompt looks like once we fill in the blanks. Okay. So the prompt sounds like, before we begin, I'd like you to outline in detail what could be included in a client welcome packet for coaching clients who have already paid and signed their contracts. I'll review your detailed outline and let you know what I would like to include. Please consider any best practices specifically for coaches. Okay. So from there, the AI will organize the entire task and project. And now you have a detailed list of exactly, based on all that knowledge and best practices, what it suggests should be in a welcome letter. Now, there's some things that you know should be in there too, because you're a coach. It's not. And you have your own special business and your own special way that you like doing stuff, right? So you can add to that from here and remove things that you know, like, yeah, no, we don't want to add that at all. So I'm basically going to go through this list that it gave, and I'm going to let it know, yes, let's keep this. No, let's remove this, but let's add this. And just kind of give it an idea. And then I'm going to require it to spit out a final version of the outline. Okay. So let's head back over to ChatGPT and take a look at that. Now we have the final outline getting ready to come out. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go line by line. So you notice I told Chat, yes, keep this. Yes, but add this and this. No, do not include. So I went through that outline. It had it numbered for me, and I just let it know and gave it the feedback that it needed. And from there, it will spit out the final outline based on the feedback, which is absolutely amazing. But we're not done yet. That is literally just the outline. So next, we want to get the AI chatbot to actually ask us questions so we can go ahead and go forward and complete the final task. Okay? So let's talk about that. Step three, ask your questions and answer them. Here is the AI prompt that I like to use for this. It is very simple and straight to the point. And it says, let's proceed with blank. Before we get started, please ask me any questions until you are 90% confident you can complete this task to the best of your ability. Really important there, 95% confident. This is letting the AI know that you don't expect 100%, but you want it to get as much information as possible to give you a really good quality output versus you having to be back and forth with the AI for a long time. This takes your time way down. We're talking creating really good quality first drafts very quickly versus taking forever to get it to do what you want. Okay. So let's go ahead and let ChatGPT know that. Okay. So we went ahead and let it know, ask me all the questions, and it literally gives us detailed questions for every single section of the client welcome packet. So, for example, let's see. Number two says coaching philosophy. And the question is, could you briefly describe your coaching philosophy in your own words? What are the most important values or principles you want to communicate? So it literally goes through each section of the task and asks questions so that it can really create a great output specifically for you and your business. And this is how you get your AI to just spit out wonderful and amazing content that sounds like you wrote it and that's so niched for your specific business. Okay. Now, I want to give you guys some tips on how to answer AI generated questions. And this is really important because I watch coaches use AI and they're talking to the AI like they're a robot. It's like very robotic. I want you to pretend like the AI is actually a human assistant and that it is literally asking you questions to complete a task. Pretend like it's their first day, they know nothing about you, but they're very competent and they're asking you questions so that it can complete a task correctly. So, how would you talk to your assistant? You would talk like a human and you would relax. You want to be casual yet very specific because you want the job to be done correctly. And you want to answer the questions in order. So you wouldn't answer the 10th question first, right? If the AI gives you 10 questions and has numbers next to them, you want to answer them in order as well so that it can tie it together and make it a lot easier, right? And then if you need more space, you can do this in a document instead of doing it directly into ChatGPT. Because ChatGPT has a very small box and sometimes it's hard to type long things in. So if you need to open up a doc on the side and answer all of these questions, then I highly recommend you do that. Take your time here. This is going to be the longest part of this task. Everything else should be really quick and very simple. This part is where you have to actually answer the questions if you really want to get that high quality content. Do you have to do this? No. The AI will spit the output out no matter what. However, it will be very generic and not that personalized and not personalized for your coaching business. Okay. So let's go ahead over to a document and answer the questions. So we have a document open and I went through and took all of the questions the AI asked me and the way it organized it and answered each one. So remember that question about the coaching philosophy? I answered it. My coaching philosophy is grounded in empowerment and self discovery. I believe that each client already has the answers within them, and my role is to help guide them to those truths. It's all about clarity, taking purposeful action, and creating meaningful career transitions with confidence. Values like trust, integrity, and accountability are at the heart of my approach. So I'm answering it specifically for me and how I like to do things because you want this content to give your clients an idea of what it's like to actually coach with you. What sense does it make to send them some generic content that has nothing to do with the way that you approach things? Okay. Now let's go ahead and chat GPT and actually paste those answers in. So the answers have been pasted and then it gives me a quick update. It updates its memory with all of my answers and then it gives me a quick update of what it's about to do. It says it feels confident that it has a solid understanding and it summarizes it again just to make sure. So this is perfect. We are on the right track. Now it is literally time for us to get the final content and feedback. And this part is really fun because we're at the end of the task. Like we have done everything that we needed in the chatbot. And we are really excited because we are about to get a first draft of the welcome packet. Now, sometimes ChatGPT will pause here and you have to tell it, thank you, I'm ready for the first draft. Sometimes it'll automatically do it. You never know what the AI is going to do. It's constantly evolving and learning. So if it does not give you the first draft, you may need to tell it that you're ready for the first draft. And so I let it know because it didn't spit it out automatically. And it said, well, here's the first draft of your coaching client packet. And it wrote this out. So just a little sample from the welcome letter. It says, Dear future leader, welcome to this exciting new chapter of your life! Exclamation point. I'm so glad you made the decision to invest in yourself, your career, and your future. This coaching journey is all about empowering you to unlock the potential that's already within you because the truth is, you have the answers. So that content sounds so fresh, so good, so natural to the way that Marianne speaks that it does not sound like AI spit this content out. And that's why it's important to follow these steps to really get the output that you really want. Now, this is a first draft. From here, you can take it as is and be confident with it and run. Or if you're a little more A-type and want to really go through and give it direct feedback, you can move into giving it feedback to make this draft even better. Now, I don't have time to go through that in today's demo, but I do want to just give you a few tips on how to give AI feedback. First, a lot of things that I'll notice is that first draft, it's either two things happen. It's too detailed or it's not detailed enough. So before you start editing, you need to tell the AI to ask it to get more detailed or more concise, depending on what you need. These prompts will be in the AI prompt playbook that you'll get if you register for our workshop on October 3rd. And that's the first thing that you want to do. Next, you want to review the task. And if you're like me, I like to hear the output. So I like to press the microphone in ChatGPT. It should be right underneath the text box, and press that, and it should speak it back to me, and I can listen to it. It helps me make sure that the text is natural, that it feels good, and that I didn't miss anything. Now, again, just like we did with the question and answers, you may want to move to a separate doc and go through all the content and think about giving copy feedback to someone or line by line. And you can take that feedback and literally put it in ChatGPT, quotes around the section that you want changed and why you want it changed. And then you can be casual again, but specific as you want. So you can get very detailed and really get a detailed document, or you can, of course, take it as is and just keep it casual and maybe make overall changes. And again, answer in a document if needed. Go into a separate doc so that you have more space. Okay, that's it for today's demo. I'm so excited. I hope this like lit a fire under you to move forward and actually start using AI in your coaching business. And I want to invite each of you, if you've watched this long, to go to lovelyimpact.com/AI coach and register for the live workshop. It's on October 3rd, and Cass and I are going to be sharing many more demos, taking you through almost as many coaching tasks we can think of, and showing you exactly how to use Chat GPT to actually support you in your coaching business. And we'll go through a lot more information, including reviewing the other AIs that are out there, the different types that are out there, and all the things that you can use and do. So please join me. I would love to see you guys, and let me know if this was helpful. Thanks.